So Morris Garritano, we're a regional insurance agency located primarily in California, several offices throughout the state. We are a full service agency where we do a fair amount of benefits, commercial, property casualty, business, and personal lines. I'm the CFO here. So for our agency management system, we use Applied's Epic. For our CRM, we use Salesforce, and then we're like a full Microsoft shop for our business application systems. So we learned about Synatic by some of our team members going to AppliedNet.
Okay.
And at the time we were exploring some options of trying to build a data warehouse. And we realized that we don't have the inside skill set to do it on our own. We wanted to find a partner that has done it before, but also someone who works with insurance agencies, because our business gets kind of technical and you kind of really need to know the industry. And we found that Synatic was a good partner for that. So before we were able to get into the data warehouse project, we had a project with a little higher priority. We were trying to get our data from Epic into Salesforce that wasn't naturally syncing through the Applied Epic for Salesforce sync, because we wanted to use one of Salesforce's marketing features, which is I think a product called Account Engagement. Yes. And there was data fields in account engagement that we needed to use that weren't coming through in the native sync with Applied Epic. So we used Synatic to help us get that data into Salesforce and then eventually into account engagement. And that was kind of our first project that we worked on. And then in the background, we were getting the foundation ready for our data warehouse. So we are trying to we've got a lot of different systems that most of the time don't talk to each other. And then we're a pretty heavy data analytics and reporting company. And right now, in order to get reports, we're doing a lot of stuff trying to combine different databases to get a report. And sometimes we're not able to combine those databases. So we have to put something into a CSV file and manipulate it there just to be able to report on it. And then also we're not having our data really integrate with each other. So our two primary goals is to get data from our payroll system, data from Epic, data from Salesforce, data from our budgeting system, and then some of our benefit admin systems into a single place that then we can then or combine it as needed and report on it. And really to report, no longer reporting on historical data, but more predictive data would be our goal.
Yeah.
And then secondly, another goal of the project would be to have the systems integrate and talk in a 360 manner, so that when our HR team puts something into our payroll system, that feeds to other systems that we use, so that we're not having double entry. And then also different data. If an employee's title changes in one place, we want it to change in all places, that kind of thing. So one of the things we've loved about working with Synatic is they're really good project managers. You guys have always scheduled out meetings and met the timelines. You've made the meetings with not just one person, but usually several people on the team. I love the fact that you guys provide us a status, a run rate of the project each week, which is helpful for me as a like an executive that may not be in every meeting to follow along, see where we're at. And then you guys are extremely technical. You've kind of helped us learn along the way. We have a team member who really wants to understand what's happening and is dedicated to this space. And she's not just being told what you guys have done, she's being shown what you guys are doing, so that like ultimately when there's a final handoff, she's able to kind of take it from there and own it, as opposed to always relying on you guys to fix anything that breaks. Yes, we're exploring how do we manage our producer commissions? When we put them into Epic, they're not necessarily the exact commissions that we end up paying because of different tiers and how producers can achieve a different level of commission. There's always seems to be certain exceptions, and so what comes out of Epic isn't accurate. And so we spend several days at the end of each month cleaning up that data, and we're trying to automate that process with building in rules so that that just happens, much quicker, minutes, hours versus days. We're also looking at automated way to get our loss run data into Epic by having Synatic help us pull the data from the carrier websites, manipulate it in the right format, and then get that data into Epic. I think one of the challenges is because there's multiple people on a team, not everyone knows what the commission structure will be for that particular client. And so, to have, you can't have a standard process for the account manager or the producer putting in that commission. Producer has a vested interest, so you don't really want them to put it in, but the account manager may not know all the rules because every situation is slightly different. So now we're able to really target marketing campaigns out to both prospects and clients because we've got that data now into that account engagement Salesforce product. So we can say we want to send out this type of information to a construction company that's does specifically residential building. Whereas before it would take a lot of time to curate that list, but now we can do that much quicker because we've got the information in the right spot and we can filter it. I really love your project management. The whole team is very strong project managers. And then I also really appreciate that Synatic doesn't have a product that they're trying to sell us. They are understanding our own business problems, and then they've got just technical skills and knowledge of the insurance industry to help us through solving those problems. And I think that's valuable that they're not trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. They're actually saying, okay, what's your problem? Let us understand it, and then we will help you solve it. And so they're actually solving our problems, not the problems that they've identified, as every agency seems to have the exact same problem.